Alright, what's up guys and girls? Did I mute the microphone? I think I did. Alright, so I think we're back now. Okay. How's everyone doing? We got a question and answer for you guys. So if you guys got questions, we might have some answers. Let me get everybody's comments up on the screen. Alright, there we go. Alright, running a little bit behind here. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, sometimes that happens. Okay. I think my microphone needs to be a little bit louder. Hold on a second. Alright, that should be probably pretty good right there, I think. Alright, yeah. I think that's it. What's up, random guy? How you doing today? Is there any new Titan in the game? So the last new Titan was called the Atlas. And the Atlas came out, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, basically. Alright. So there's kind of a new Titan. A pretty new Titan. I mean, it's not like brand new, but it's pretty new. Okay, just doing a couple of fine-tuning things. I'm gonna tell you, the streaming software is always a pain in the butt. Midnight, what's up, man? Random guy, nice to see ya. Aaron, hello, hello. What's up, Jude? What's up, excellent? Medhange, how are you today? Tom the Bomb, what's going on? If I miss anybody, I'm sorry. Blue Dragon, what's up, MD? What's up, Kron? I do appreciate all of you guys coming out. I really do. Thank you for being here. Alright, so I do hope you guys are all having an amazing day. So if you got some game questions, feel free to get them in there. Get them on in there. If you got questions, we just might have a few answers. Hopefully. Maybe. Sorta. Alright, how do I turn that off? Huh. So there's... Oh, that's how I turn that off. Okay. That's really weird. I'm sorry, something's just kind of giving me a problem here. Alright. Jude says, when did you start playing War Robots? I'm not 100% sure, but I've been playing this game for probably over a year, honestly. I'm sorry. Over 10 years. I've been playing this game for like 10 years. I'm a little distracted here. 10 years. Hamza, what's going on? How are you today? Okay. Med says, I have a question. What do you think about the current state of the game? Alright, so the game's pretty much the same as it's always been, right? Crazy. It can be very expensive if you let it. The game was really balanced until the Teth Rump, right? They had a big old rebalance. They rebalanced the game. It actually felt balanced, and then Teth came out. And Teth kind of destroyed the balance in the game, I would say. But the game was in a pretty good place overall until the Teth came out. Now I was just like, oh my god, Teth is killing everybody and everything. It's just a little bit on the crazy side. But, you know, it's kind of like this. The game is very expensive if you let it be. You can play the game as a free-to-play player, but you gotta have a lot of patience. You know, you gotta put a lot of time into the game. But there's a lot of old stuff that's really good. There's a lot of older robots, a lot of older weapons that all do great. It's not hard to play this game if you spend a few dollars here and there. I mean, 10 or 20 bucks a month, you can do very, very well pretty quickly. If you don't spend anything though, you're gonna have to really grind and put a lot of time in and be really patient. But it's a wonderful game. There's definitely some things that I think we all wish were a little bit different in the game, but I really personally wish they would stop bringing out really overpowered robots and weapons. That's my issue with the game. Too many overpowered things. Like, there's so many overpowered things, it's crazy. But besides that, you know, I don't really have any major complaints. Alright, UE says, Danny, I am having a problem when I open the game. It says it's transferring account. Okay, transferring account. I don't know what that means. I'm very confused by that. Has anybody else ever seen a message like that? Unfortunately, I'm 100% stumped. I have no idea. I hate to say it, but that may be one of those things where you have to contact game support and hope to get back to you quickly. But yeah, I just don't know. I don't know about that one. Nightcrawler, what's up, buddy? I wish I had a good answer for you on that, but I do not. I don't. Do not. Donut. Midnight says the Ocho was a terror on the battlefield. It still kind of is, I think. If somebody knows how to build it, it does great. Oh, E5150 says Warrobots is currently doing maintenance on the servers right now. Thank you, buddy. That's probably why your account says that. Let me log on to Discord really quick. Let me check something out. Alright, it says the game is going to be scheduled for 30 minutes of maintenance Tuesday, the 26th at 3 a.m. But right now it's only 12:40 a.m. So, oh wait, it says maintenance started 10 hours ago. I don't know, maybe we are still having some maintenance on it. I see there was another post, but it has been deleted. Let me look in here. Hold on a second, everybody. I'm trying to check a few things out for you guys. I'm just looking to see if there's any more posts about maintenance. No, I don't see anything else. Hopefully it's just the maintenance, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't see any other updates, but... Paul says, maintenance, I do not like it one bit. Paul, it may be a really good thing though. What if they do maintenance and it fixes some game problems that have been plaguing us? I like maintenance if the maintenance fixes the problems in the game, you know what I mean? At that point, it's good. But only if they fix things. What's up, Zach? How are you today? Nightcrawler says, hey, what is that night? What do you mean by night, my friend? Dragon says, I think they're trying to make it possible to transfer your PC account to Android. So I know that's supposed to happen at some point. I'm hoping to be able to take my Android account and log on to it on a PC, to tell you the truth. That's what I'm wanting. That's what I want, because I think the game runs better on a PC than what I played on, so. But I know that is something they said they were going to do pretty soon. Or at some point we're supposed to be able to log in on any platform. So right now, if you have an iOS account, Android account, PC account, they're all separate. But someday, they may be all put together and you can log on any one, which is really what I'm hoping for. I can't wait to be able to play this game on Steam. On my account. I'm assuming the game probably runs much better on Steam. A lot of people say it does. Nightcrawler, what do you mean Midnight posted a GIF? How do you post a GIF in here? Where did he post it? I'm confused. It can't be in the YouTube chat. Dragon, I don't know if they're going to fix game lag or what. But I definitely hope they do. That would be wonderful. But I don't know if it's maintenance on the game or maintenance on the servers or what it is. But I hope they're fixing the servers. I mean, that would be great if they get the servers fixed. There's always a lot of issues here, unfortunately. Madeline says, I think my messages aren't showing. I see this one. What's up, Madeline? What's up, Dulip? How you guys doing today? Dulip says, is this new War Robots account you are showing? This is video footage from like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. This is an old live stream I did years ago. Nightcrawler says, Midnight, it looks like a diaper. I don't even want to know what you guys are looking at. I don't even want to know what you guys are talking about diapers and weird stuff. I don't even want to think about it. I don't know, man. Dulop, I have no idea what they're doing, buddy. But that's a possibility. I know that's something they plan on doing at some point. Are they doing that right now? I don't know. What's interesting is they don't really communicate with us that much when it comes to things they're working on. Alright, yeah. It does look like that might be what they're doing. Heads up for PC players, the transferring account pop-up does not affect your in-game progress. This is part of the opening server-side maintenance we are working to maintain. Some accounts may not be playable for several hours. Where did he post this? It says maintenance is currently being applied to each individual account when you log into it. If you don't launch the game today, you will encounter the transferring account pop-up once the next time you log in. Ah. Okay, so if your game says transferring account, you just have to wait till it finishes doing what it's doing. Let me log on to my accounts really quick and see what happens. Now, I was on earlier, but I'm going to open both of these and see if I get it. So yeah, I just found a post. I don't know where he posted this. But I found another post that somebody reposted. I found a repost of another post. Alright. We're working on it, guys. We're working on it. Paul says, what's your favorite weapon on Lynx? Ah, for the Lynx. All right, Lynx is a really fun little robot. I don't know if this is the best weapon. I don't know if you just want to know the best weapon or my favorite weapon, but I love the Redeemers on the Lynx. I absolutely love playing Redeemers on there. Those are just really cool old weapons that do great. I love me some Redeemers, guys. Redeemers are some of my favorites for sure. Alright, so this one logged on. I don't have any transferring account message. Looks like the other one logged on just fine as well. Hold on a second. Let me bring this over to the other screen so I don't have to look across the room. Alright, I'm just clicking through all these advertisements right now. Operations is over. Okay, yada, yada, yada. But yeah, I don't really know what the maintenance is, guys. Hold on, I'm a little distracted from the chat because we're trying to figure out what's going on with the maintenance here. So yeah, my accounts both just logged on no problem on Android. God dang, man. How many things do I have to click on just to get into the game? Man. On 2 accounts, I must have had to X out of like 150 different things. I'm not kidding. Amit, there's definitely some game maintenance and stuff going on, bud. I think there's going to be a lot of people who aren't going to be able to play their accounts for a few hours. Alright, Clement20, how you doing today? He's using Puncher. Punchers are nice weapons. I like those. Ah, Madeline says the post is on Facebook. I wonder why they didn't post that other places. I actually never get on Facebook. I hate Facebook. I don't use it. I haven't logged on to Facebook in probably, I'm guessing, 2 years, 3 years, maybe a year. I don't know. Maybe the other day I think I accidentally opened Facebook and I just shut it down instantly. So I guess I was on once in the last couple of years, but... Alright, Hamza says check the Warrobots updates channel on Discord. Oh, you know what? I'm looking in the wrong... I got 3 different Warrobots things. I'm looking on the wrong one. I need to look in the public one. Retro news. Wait a second. There's too many pages over here. Oh my gosh. Where is the updates? I don't even see it. Yeah, I don't see it at all. Okay, here it is. All the way at the top. Okay. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to read this, but... Alright, so here's what's going on, guys and gals. Heads up for the PC players, right? If you get the transferring account thing, so there's the actual announcement. So yeah, you'll be able to play here in a little bit, it looks like. So I think you just have to sit there and wait for it to do its thing, and then eventually it'll work. I'm not 100% sure. It's not explained as well as I would like, or maybe I just don't quite understand it, but that's basically what's going on right there. I should actually follow this channel. That would be a good idea, to tell you the truth. Alright. What's up, Heaven? How you doing today? Good to see ya. Hamza, how was your day? What's up, Velo? I probably missed a bunch of people's questions. I'm sorry. Velo says, what do you think about completely disabling Intel at the moment it's disabled? And I'm having fun with acid weapons. Personally, I don't really see the point of Intel. If there's game maintenance, if there was game maintenance, I don't really know what they're doing with it exactly, but personally, I don't think we need Intel whatsoever. It seems like a goofy deal. Aaron says, I deleted my Facebook 3 or 4 years ago. I don't blame you, honestly. I'm not really much of a fan of Facebook. I used to love it. Well, I never really loved it, but I used to like it. I used to have a lot of friends who would use it all the time, and we would communicate on there, and it was really nice for that. But once my friends, you know, I don't know, just don't use it for stuff anymore. Now people just post videos and memes and ridiculous stuff all over Facebook, so it's kind of goofy if you ask me. I'm not into it. Fan, how you doing today? Says Danny, combo Ravana with 3 cryos, Mark II for 500 D-gems. Alright, so Ravana with 3 cryos. I mean, that's like $5. Alright, so Mark III Ravana with 3 cryos is a pretty good build. That's totally worth $5 worth of D-gems, in my opinion. I don't know what that cost in your country, but that's a great deal. $5, it's a Mark II. That's going to save you a lot of time and game resources, so yeah. I would go for it if that's not a lot of money for you. Because that sounds really good. That sounds really good. Alright, so E5150 says his clanmate got a brand new player ID. So here's the thing, right? Right now, there are some Android players and iOS players that have the same exact ID. I think there's some PC players that have the same ID as some Android players. So I think what they're doing is eventually, right, they are supposed to make it so you can log in on any account. And everybody's going to have their own separate player ID. Or that's not going to work because they can't make it like that. So that's a good sign that they're actually working towards that or working on making so we can log on whatever we want. Yeah, that's actually really good in my opinion. I hope I don't get a new player ID, but you know, I mean, if I do, I do. That's how I look at it. I'd rather not get a new player ID, but if I need to have one, you know, I'm fine with that. I want to be able to log my account onto any of the other platforms at any time. I mean, that'll be a huge improvement to the game if you ask me. Niggin, how's your day going, man? He says, Danny, bro, glad to see you. Yeah, man, good to see you too. Hamza, yeah, I do have a Discord server, but I'm not sure how to invite you to it. There might be a link. I don't know if the link's still in the video's descriptions or not, but I kind of stopped advertising it because I have very little time to get on Discord, so due to the fact that I don't really have time to get on there, unfortunately, I just haven't really been advertising it much. But I think you might be able to find a link to it in the video's descriptions, or at least some of the older videos, but unfortunately, between my 3 YouTube channels, I do like between 80 and 90 videos and or live streams per month, and the amount of time I spend on all that's crazy. I have very little time to myself. Like, I have no time to myself, honestly. So I don't really have time to get on Discord and chat with people that much. The 2 or 3 hours a day that I have free at the end of the night, I usually use it grinding on War Robots to earn resources for my personal account, so it's hard to find time for everything, unfortunately. Brandon Eller says, I got scammed on Facebook before. Yeah, Facebook's a dangerous place, honestly. You gotta be really careful on Facebook. I've never been scammed on anything, but I'm probably lucky. I mean, a lot of people seem to get scammed on stuff. And unfortunately, my phone's about to die. Ah. Hold on a second. I gotta plug this thing in. Ah, crap. 1 minute. I gotta change phones. Hold on. This phone's dying. 1 second. batteries today. Come on, just plug into the wall, you stupid thing. Darn you, phone. How dare you give me a hard time? Now, where's the other one? Where's the other phone? I can't find it. Hold on. There it is. I found it. I found it. Hold on. I assume you guys can probably hear me yelling in the background. Okay. I found it. There we go. Sorry about that. My phone was like, beep beep, 2% left. It's dying. Plug it in now. Nightcrawler, what's your question, dude? He put in a thing with an arrow. Minnow wants a new player ID. Personally, I'd rather not have one, but, you know, if I get one, cool. If not, cool. The thing is, I've had the same one for years, and I know it, so I don't really want another one. Fan says, could you explain for me why people use Scotty more than Hussar, although Hussar makes more damage when they are the same level? I can't tell you why other people do what they do, but I don't particularly enjoy playing the Hussar weapons. I don't like them. I feel like they're harder to aim. They're much harder to aim. The reload is different. I mean, they may both have kind of a longer reload or whatever, but I don't know. I don't like the Hussars. Right? Everybody's different. I mean, I might like orange and you might like green, but I can't tell you why. All I can say is I enjoy playing the Hell and Scotty weapons, but I don't enjoy playing the Hussar weapons, so that's probably one of those things where it's called personal preference. But Hussars are really hard to aim. You got, if you're lagging a little teeny bit, good luck hitting the enemy, I'd say. Oh. Okay, Minnow wants a new player ID that will catch the eye of the Nightbot. I don't think your player... Nightbot doesn't care what your player ID is, right? He just randomly grabs something. I don't think your player ID has anything to do with Nightbot, honestly, but... oh, man. Minnow says, does anybody use a phone cooler? No, but I used to have a Red Magic phone. Well, I still do, actually. It's got a cooling fan built in. It's got a cooling fan built into the phone. And honestly, it makes a bunch of noise. It's a really annoying sound, and it's unpleasant. I'd rather not have it, to tell you the truth. If I turn it on, let me see if I can turn it on really quick. Heck, maybe it's broken. It should be on. The fans, yeah, maybe the fan broke on this thing, because I forgot it even existed. Normally it used to drive me crazy. You hear the whining sound, but maybe it stopped working. This phone is like probably 6 years old, so I wouldn't be surprised if it stopped. What's up, Zelda Ball? Good to see you, buddy. Miniman, hello, hello. How are you today? What I think about the Luchador, it's really nice, actually. If you put a repair amplifier on it and you get that repair amplifier charged up, it does very well. Aaron says, was Worobots not part of the maintenance? Oh, was Android not part of... I don't know, actually. Aaron, I have no idea. It did say that the it looked like whatever it was mainly affecting was for PC players. So maybe it was just a PC maintenance. I'm not 100% sure. Miniman says Danny is having a hard time right now. I'm not having a hard time. Or am I? Maybe I am. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm going crazy. Yeah. I'm going crazy over here. I can't take it anymore. All right, hold on. Let me take a deep breath. I'll be back to normal in just a second. Hamza said, I found the link to the Discord. It's in the description of the live stream. Madeline says, it's going to be a dead phone. But yeah, I've never really used a phone, an actual phone cooler, but I will say the camera that I use for YouTube, sometimes it overheats. So if I take a little fan and I could blow it on the back of the camera, then it doesn't overheat. So I would assume blowing a phone on the blowing a fan on the phone case would probably do something. All right, where are we at on the chat? Do I think that the Mauler will be nerfed again? Yes, I sort of think it might, but I don't think it should. Nightcrawler says cameras in 4K overheat. Yeah, that's the thing. If you run a 4K camera, they do like to overheat if you have them on for several hours. But yeah, mine's in 4K. Like my cameras, I have to have the I don't know how to explain it. My camera's back behind my monitor. And it's back a little further, like the lens I have on it, I have to zoom in a lot, or it shows way too much of the room and not enough of me. And then it's just like all this empty space. So if I don't run it in 4K, it looks like crap when I zoom in. So I just leave the camera on 4K. Alright, what do I think is better in Curry, Glacier or Hell? So Glacier is probably going to do a little more damage, but I think it's a lot harder to land the shots or aim the Glacier. Plus, the Hell's got a lot of extra range. I mean, overall, I would rather play the Hell on it because I know I'm going to hit the shots when I shoot. I've got way more range. I got nice damage. I mean, I'm not really sure which ones you're going to like better, but I think most people would probably prefer the Hell weapon. I mean, Glaciers are really nice and they hit hard, but if you're trying to shoot a moving target, Glaciers are really hard to hit with. Or if something flies, like you're shooting at somebody and he flies, it's almost impossible to hit a flying or a fast-moving target with the Glacier. So I would go with the Hells all day long. Nightcrawler, why do you say 1080p is better, buddy? I'm interested. If I turn my camera on 1080, I'm like, ooh, that looks like crap. It's better for the camera, but, you know, 4K looks a lot nicer. It really does. Brandon says, I have Redeemer on my curry bot. Yeah, Redeemers are really nice. I like them. Abraka, how's your day going, buddy? Nice to see you. Lex Luthor, what's up, my man? Lex is talking about his tinfoil hat. Personally, I don't know if I would wear a tinfoil hat, but I think the aliens are going to be able to read your brain either way, so I don't think it's going to help, unfortunately. They can read your thoughts anyway. Tinfoil is not going to help you. Daniel Sykes said, I just started trying the Glaciers and I don't think I like it. I can see that. I mean, they're not easy to play. They're definitely good, but they are not easy to play. That's for sure. Alright, Clayman says, you know, sometimes the Newton saves from the Swords unit. Yeah, you know, I can see that. Nightcrawler, do you have like a DSLR or a mirrorless camera, I'm guessing? Alright, E5150 says, I just logged into the game and all the PC players who are able to log in, and now it says they're all Android. Alright, so yeah, there's a game maintenance, right? We don't know what's up with that, but I don't know exactly what they're doing, but that's really weird. I think they're supposed to be making so you can play your PC account on Android or maybe iOS. I'm not 100% sure. But I think that's what might be going on there. I know that's supposed to happen at some point, so Nightcrawler has question. I don't know. Alright, why is that happening? What in the world? What is my phone doing? I'm so confused. Alright, I guess I'm having a bad day today. Hope you guys aren't having the same problem. Oh my gosh. I hope that you guys aren't having that issue because it keeps doing it for me. I'm having problems here. Major problems. Now, I don't really like it. I don't like it at all. It's not great. Now, I doubt you guys like it either. I highly doubt you guys like it. Okay. Yeah, we don't really understand what the maintenance was about fully, but Nightcrawler says everybody has them. That is true. Kron's been using his Raven with arms. I'm sure that's really good. Alright, Nightcrawler, you're talking about 4K cameras overheating, so I'm asking if you have some sort of a 4K camera that overheats. A DSLR or a mirrorless camera? I'm just wondering if you have one. I don't know why. I'm just making cheap talk, man. Small talk. Zach says, is the Pulsar still as great to use as before? I'm not sure when the before you're referring to is. I mean, they're definitely not as good as they used to be when they first came out, but I still think the Pulsar is a really good weapon. So in my opinion, yes, Pulsar is pretty good. Edward, have a great day, buddy. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you have a good day at work, my man. Nightcrawler says, no, I don't. Gotcha. I mean, these days, unless you're trying to do like wildlife photography or, you know, we all have cameras on our phone. Now, my phone has a crappy camera. Med says, DSLR all day. I have photography and I post it on VSCO. I don't know what VSCO is, but yeah, photography is a lot of fun. I used to do a lot of wildlife photography back in the day. Back before I had the autoimmune disease and I could actually get out and do a lot of stuff, I used to do wildlife photography and it was a lot of fun. I used to have this big giant lens. I forget what it was, like a 200 to 600 or 300 to 600 or something. That was a nice lens. Nightcrawler says, my dash camera in my vehicle is 4K. It overheats. Gotcha. Yeah, I would probably... What do you do with the dash cam just to make sure like you're recording in case something dumb happens? Alright, so William, there's some sort of problem with... there's some sort of game maintenance going on today. So just let it do its thing. It's going to say transferring. That's just what it says. I think you have to just sit there and wait till it's done doing what it's doing. And then you'll be able to log on to your account. Alright, so for anybody who hasn't seen this, here's the deal with the game maintenance, guys. You guys can read that, but I can't really make that any bigger. But there's why you're having the problem there, William. But I think it says like a couple of accounts may not be playable for a few hours. I think others, it does whatever it's doing and then you can log on, so. Alright, should you upgrade the Titan weapons or the Titan itself? Here's the problem with this. You kind of need to do both. If you only upgrade the weapons, you're going to have these great weapons and your Titan's going to have no durability. If you only upgrade the Titan, you're going to have a nice durable Titan, but then you're going to have no firepower. So you kind of got to upgrade everything evenly. The general rule is always keep your weapons a couple of levels above your robots, you know. But with Titans, it's a little bit harder. But I would do everything just a little bit. I would probably upgrade the weapons a couple of levels, then upgrade the Titan a couple levels. Upgrade the weapons a few levels, upgrade the Titan a few levels. That's how I would do it. It's really important to have everything upgraded to a pretty similar level. Zishin, how are you today, buddy? Awesome to see you as well. How to make the Typhon shield stronger. I mean, the only thing I think you can do is put like maybe a fortifier on it, but it's not really worth it. So Typhon does not have the world's strongest shield. I believe there's a couple of pilot skills you can add, and I think you can use a fortifier on there if you want, but if you happen to have the new Scarabus drone that makes shields stronger, let me look and see if that works on energy shields. I think it does. Let me double check. That might only be for physical shields, but I think it works on regular ones too. I'm gonna find out really quick. Alright, where is my robot's missing? I've lost my robot. Do you guys know where it's at? I know it's around here somewhere. Alright, here we go. Okay, it's only physical shields. Okay, only increases the strength of a physical shield, so scratch that. Never mind. Never mind. Zishan says, what am I talking about? As to what? Dave C, you're welcome, buddy. Lex says it's a total VPN ban and lock out of fraudulent accounts to exploit of the discount resources bought on a VPN. So Lex, are you saying nobody's going to be able to play the game now if they're using a VPN? I mean, honestly, that would be a good thing because VPNs make the game lag and make... Yeah, there's a lot of people who can intentionally stack VPNs together to make the other team lag and stuff like that, so... It would probably make things better for everybody if they did ban VPNs, to tell you the truth. So, I mean, in some ways that sucks, but in other ways that's going to be good. Nightcrawler says, very aggressive drivers. Yeah, there's a lot of crappy people. There's a lot of crappy drivers out there. But yeah, I mean, if I had a dash cam and it overheated, I would just run it on 1080 myself, actually. Personally, I don't think you really need 4K unless you're planning on really blowing it up into, like, you know, if you need to zoom in or something or blow it up, then yeah. But for a dash cam, I would think I bet 1080 or 720 would be fine. Ooh, I'm getting the hiccups. Daniel Sykes, they've banned a lot of cheaters lately. There's been a lot of players being banned. Like a lot. Which is great. Somebody I know joined a Discord server where there's a whole bunch of cheaters and hackers in it, right? And they're basically in there just to keep track of what's going on, and turns out on that Discord server, like, so many people got banned and all the cheaters and hackers were crying about it. They were all crying and whining, oh, we got banned, they banned this guy, and I guess there was a big discussion, so... I'm not sure how my friend got in there, but somehow he talked somebody into letting me into that server. I wish I could get into it. I would spy on them as well if I could get in there, but unfortunately... Unfortunately, they don't want to invite me because they know I'm a spy. But yeah, he was able to get in there, and like he reads all the junk that the hackers and hackers and modders and crap are doing, and yeah, now a lot of them are actually scared to hack and stuff, I guess, which is good. Alright, Med says there's a guy on YouTube who promotes free hacks and also affords a discount. Yeah, I don't know if that's the same guy or the same server, honestly. But if I went into one, they would probably know who I was, and they would just kick me right out. They'd be like, oh, Danny Lightning, isn't he one of those YouTubers? We need to get him out of here. They would kick me out. Carnage, how you doing today? What about AI algorithm? AI Gorium? What's that? Alright. Klima says, in Luchador, you need to upgrade the hull, core, and engine, which is more... Oh, which one's more important? Okay, so honestly, they're all three very important. Let me take a look at them really quick and see what does what. But I always level most of those things up very evenly, because if you don't, you're going to be lacking somewhere. I usually go level 1, level 1, level 1, then I start over, level 2, level 2, level 2. So I always do each of them evenly personally. But if you want to just do one, if you only want to do one, so the hull gives you hit points and defense points. That's extremely important. The core will give you some ability damage, and the engine gives you some speed. So I think your hull and your engine are going to be the most important. I mean, you definitely want hit points, right? Hit points and defense points make it survive a lot longer. Now the core does have the frog splash and the shield, and it says it takes away a % of grade damage. So all three of them are very important. I think with the jump, the speed is going to be the least important. So I would probably do the hull and the core. I would probably upgrade the hull a little more than the core, but I would do the hull and the core, and you could always do the engine later. But yeah, that's how I would do it. Carnage says, I think that's the hacker's name. I know him a bit. And hello, by the way. Yeah, Carnage, good to see you, buddy. Yeah, I'm not really sure what the hackers' names are. I know there's a lot of them. I just hope they all get banned, personally. Lex says, my comments are for entertainment purposes only. Oh, man. Oh, man, he's trying to entertain us over here. What if we don't like entertainment, Lex? What if we hate entertainment? Some people don't like entertainment. Some people are crazy. But yeah, unfortunately, I think there's a few different YouTube channels that do promote hacking. Wait, what about the new James Bond, Aaron? He says, Danny, the new James Bond 007. You know, I've never really watched a whole lot of James Bond movies. Now, when I was a kid, my dad loved James Bond. I never really got into James Bond stuff. Nightcrawler says permanent ban. Yeah, I don't know. I think when they ban those guys, I think the first couple times you get a ban, it's only for like 2 weeks or something. But I think if they ban you enough times, then you get a permanent one. I think they're giving people a chance to stop. Be like, hey, cut this crap out. We're giving you a chance. We don't want to ban you forever, but you need to stop using your hacks or you're going to get kicked forever, you know? Okay, yes. As a free-to-play player, resources are very limited. Now, when you're upgrading something like a Titan, right, you got to get on the game and grind your butt off. You got to get on there and grind, right? You got to spend, if possible, if you can spend between 1 and 3 hours a day, depending on the day of the week, you know, and you're pretty good at the game, you do well, you can earn some Titan resources pretty quickly, but it's still going to take you probably a month or 2 or 3 to level up a Titan to a decent level. So it's not super quick to do these things, but you got to grind a lot to earn your resources. That's the thing. If you're free to play, you better have a few hours a day to play if you want to get anywhere quickly. That's how I see it. Carnage, regular Minos is very good. I like Minos. Nightcrawler says 1 strike, you're out. I agree with that's the way it should be. I would ban the hackers forever as well. My opinion, once a hacker, probably always a hacker, you know? Alright, Dragon, you got a lot of power cells. That's actually good. A lot of people I know have to buy power cells all the time. And it would suck to have to buy them all the time. But, you know, some of us use more power cells than others. I mean, I know some people who go through so many power cells, it's unreal. Then I know some people who, you know, use a couple here and there, and it's not a problem. But back in the day, some of the guys in my clan said they would go through like 40,000 power cells in a couple of days. It's like, holy crap. I mean, they must just spam them every single chance they get. Oh, Aaron, okay. The new James Bond for spying on hackers. Gotcha. I get what you're saying. Yeah, nobody likes a hacker. I wouldn't think. Some people might, but they shouldn't. Yeah, Nightcrawler, I wish there was a way to make the Typhon stronger, but unfortunately it's a little old and outdated. It's fun to play, but it's not as good as it used to be. Abraka plays the Heimdall. I'm going to tell you what, I really like the Heimdall. I think Heimdall is a great Titan. I'm a big fan of it, honestly. Not everybody loves it, but I'm going to tell you what, I really like that thing. Nightcrawler says, I'm spoiled on power cells. Yeah, you know, back in the day, you used to be able to buy power cells for gold, so I saved up a whole bunch of gold, and I just dumped it all onto power cells. I got a couple million of them. Alright, so Fan wants to know, should he invest in ultimate items in the game? Well, yes and no. Most of the ultimate things are still really good. I mean, that's the thing. You never know what they're going to nerf. If they do decide to nerf things, you don't know what they're going to nerf or when they're going to do it. So there's always a risk, right? Nothing's ever 100% safe, unfortunately. So that is something to think about. Nothing is ever safe. But ultimate stuff gets nerfed less often. Generally, it's designed to be some of the stronger things in the game, but not every ultimate item is good either. But generally, ultimate stuff is better, and it's probably going to be better. I mean, it really just depends on which ultimate item, but they can nerf anything at any time. I mean, there's nothing in the game that's safe. A lot of people used to think they were going to get ultimate stuff, and it was never going to be nerfed. But that's unfortunately not how things work. Your guess is as good as mine. I mean, I'm thinking that most of the ultimate stuff is going to stay good a lot longer than non-ultimate stuff, but every once in a while, they do go through there. Now, in order to upgrade something that's ultimate, I think it's close to 1 billion game cash. All right, I think it's almost 1 billion game cash, or 1 billion silver, I should say, to upgrade a ultimate robot. Plus, you need several upgrade tokens. It is not easy, guys. It's not easy. I mean, do you really want to spend that kind of resources on, you know, a weapon or a robot? It's crazy expensive. Alright, Aaron says the ultimate shredder is a sis. Are you a snake, sir? I think Aaron turned into a snake. He did, didn't he? I don't know how you turned into a snake, sir, but I hope you turn back into a human very soon. There's my bad joke. Alright, I got a lot of bad jokes for the day, but that was probably one of my worst ones ever. Alright, Med, have a great day, buddy. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you have an awesome day. Catch you later. Blue Dragon says, good games. Are you referring to my old school pre-recorded gameplay up there? If so, thank you. Alright, I'm just reading through the chat here. I got a lot of old gameplay. Alright, we got about like 15 more minutes left on the stream, guys and gals. Dragon says, I don't use active modules as much. I mean, if you can get away without using them a lot, that's probably good, because the truth is, it's really easy to go through like millions of power cells and eat up all of your resources, right? K-Fed, yeah, I can... Okay, Ultimate Tier would be amazing. I don't think Pixonic's going to listen to me if I tell them what to make. Thing is, they've probably already got like 6 or 7 Ultimate bots already in the making, so... But I don't think they're going to pay attention to me. They're going to be like, oh, shut up, Danny Lightning. We'll make what we want. But yeah, that would be great to have an Ultimate Tier. I would enjoy that a lot. Alright, Crazy Guy wants the best free-to-play leech build. Okay, so for a leech, I think you want some longer range weapons, right? I think right now the Hell Scotty family of weapons on a leech are really good. As far as a drone, I mean, you don't have a lot of choices for a free-to-play drone. I mean, you can buy a Persephone or a Whiteout. You're probably not going to be very close to people with a leech, so I'm not sure Whiteout's going to be your best bet. So more than likely, I think you're probably going to want to go with a Persephone if you're... I mean, you really want something a little better than that if possible, but... Shy Drone is what I really like to run on the leech personally. Another thing though is pulsars. If you have pulsars, those are good for locking people down. One nice thing about being able to lock people down is they're more likely to shoot your leech when it's in the ability. One second. But you know, that's the thing. When you go into the ability and people shoot you, it's going to either kill that person or whoever you're attached to. So if you can lock people down, that's a good thing in the leech. But I think the Hell weapons are really, really, really good. And you can build those in the workshop. Well, it's not the Hells, it's the Scotties. The medium version of the Hells. Carnage says, Tesla weapons charge Titan fast. Which Tesla weapons, buddy? There's a couple of weapons in the game we consider to be Tesla weapons. So which ones are we referring to that are currently charging Titans fast? Nightcrawler says too long. He says 12-second reload, too long. I mean, 12 seconds is a long time, but it depends on the weapon you're running, right? Some weapons, you can let them recharge halfway and you still have a nice amount of ammo at halfway. Midnight, there's a bunch of electric weapons, my friend. I don't know which ones are currently charging the Titans fast. Oh, the weapons that came with the Shenlao? You know, I haven't played those things in quite a while. Goofy, how you doing today? Nice to see ya. I don't really like those things, though. I think they have a long reload or something now. Now, like the Hell style of weapons, I don't mind the long reload on those because half your ammo is a lot of ammo. Those things shoot for a while. Now, Havocs, it's like 2 or 3 shots and you're out of ammo. So you got to sit there and wait for like 15 seconds. So yeah, it really depends on the weapon as to how bad the reload affects it, I guess. Alright, Zishan wants to know, should he make a Bjorn or a Mauler? Oh, man. Well, Mauler is a lot easier to play. Mauler is probably still slightly better than the Bjorn. I don't know if they're going to nerf either one anytime soon, but right now I would see your average person's probably better off with the Mauler. I don't know why, but a lot of people say they do not like playing the Bjorn. I actually think the Bjorn's a great Titan. It's a lot of fun. I really like it, but a lot of people do not like the Bjorn, so the Mauler is probably going to be your best bet. I do think the Mauler is slightly better, though. But I will say the Bjorn's a lot newer than the Mauler. Still, I still think he's more likely to get rebalanced or nerfed. I could be wrong, but that's the impression that I get. Alright, Zishan. Oh, I just answered your question. Goofy says Havocs fell off. Havocs were amazing back in the day. Now they're not so much anymore, but they were once amazing. Now they're kind of like not very amazing. I mean, they were so good at one point in time. Alright, I'm, Oh, okay. I can do that. I'm squinting my eye because I'm trying to read something. Yeah, Mauler has a built-in death mark, which is actually really strong. So here's the thing. The next big rebalance will probably be starting in like January or February. So we probably got 4 to 5 months. We probably have a good 4 or 5 months before the next rebalance hits. When it does hit, though, that's the thing. We don't know what they're going to do. We have no idea. What's up, Doom? How are you today? Alright, Midnight says Tyrans, Magnums, and Punisher Tees. Midnight? I'm not sure what you're referring to, but those are all old school weapons that are pretty... I think they're still pretty nice, right? I think those are all pretty good still. I mean, they're not my favorite things in the world, but they're not too bad. Aaron says, the death mark ability for Mauler is so OP. When you see it, you better run. Yeah, it's a terrifying Titan. I still think there's a pretty good chance they're going to rebalance it again, though. Abraka says, my Orochi runs a Glacier and a Showdown drone. Very funny. I'm not sure why you're saying that's funny, but that sounds like a pretty good build to me. That sounds like an okay build, my friend. Sounds pretty good. I mean, Orochi is a little bit on the old school squishy side, but if you're running an Orochi, that sounds like a good combination of stuff on it. Midnight, I also really like the sound of those weapons as well. I mean, they do sound awesome. Midnight says he likes the sound of the Terrans, the Redeemers, and the Punisher tees. Terrans are probably some of my favorites. Now the old sound they used to have was actually better in my opinion. They eventually changed it, but I don't really like the sound they make as much, but they still sound good. I'm not really sure why they changed it, honestly. I mean, it used to have this really awesome, distinct sound to it, and eventually they changed it. Brandon says, I want the Atlas. Atlas is pretty cool. I don't think it's very fun to play, but Atlas is, he's just too overpowered, honestly. Way too overpowered. I don't enjoy it, but it's a good Titan. Yep, 75 hertz. That's all I gotta say. But, you know, I do keep an Atlas in my hangar, so if you know, if I need one, I can bring it out, but it's the most boring Titan I've ever played in my life. I can see why some people would love playing it, but I just can't get into it, unfortunately. It's just not for me. It is not the right Titan for me, guys and girls. Just not fun. I mean, I can see why some people would enjoy it, though. It's like the easy button. Like, if you want to play something that does well and just doesn't take any skill to play, throw in an Atlas. It's kind of like the Mauler used to be, right? The Mauler used to take 0 skill whatsoever. Alright, our stream time is about up, everybody. If you got any last minute questions, get them on in. Get them on in there. I'm going to put the ending soon screen up because our stream time is just about over for the day. But yeah, get those questions up there if you got them. Alright, Kron wants an ultimate kid. That would be kind of cool in a lot of ways, but I don't know. That would be a scary... That would probably be a scary Titan, honestly. Alright, Carnage wants upgrade tokens as a free-to-play player. It's very hard to get them. If you're able to do the Hunting Grounds game mode and make it all the way through it, you can win some upgrade tokens from that. How else can you get those? I can't really think of any other way to get them as free to play though. Can anybody else think of anything? Because offhand, that's all I can really think of is Hunting Grounds. And even that's not that easy to do, unfortunately. Aaron, hey, what's up? We got the other Aaron here. What's up, buddy? He says he got here late. That's all right, my man. I still enjoy seeing you, even though, you know, even though you're late, it's okay. We appreciate you coming out. Thank you. Thanks for being here, buddy. Better late than never, right? What do I think about an ultimate Nightingale? Is that what you mean by UI Nightingale? I mean, that would be an interesting deal. I mean, I have no idea if Pixonic's actually thinking about bringing something out like that, but that would be really cool if they did. I would play it. I don't know about you guys, but I think I would play that if they made one. I mean, that sounds pretty fun. I'd be all about it. Can you get it from clan rewards? Oh, well... yeah, but it takes like, I don't even know how long to get that, right? If your clan has that turned on, let me look at my clan really quick. Hold on, I'll explain to you really quickly why. Now you're probably gonna have to do some math here because I'm not good at math, but if I go into the clan section and I go into this, you can get 0.0242 of those per day. That's less than 1% per day. So how long it actually takes to acquire those, I don't know. I'm not really sure. It's gonna take forever. It's probably gonna take a couple of months to earn one of those, and your clan has to put in at least 2,360 memoriam a day just to get one of those after a long period of time. So yeah, you can get them out of there, but unfortunately, it's not going to be ideal. Why don't ultimate weapons get nerfed? They've actually nerfed several ultimate things, so they do sometimes. They've actually nerfed a lot of ultimate weapons, but they don't get nerfed as often, that's for sure. They definitely don't get nerfed as often. Yeah, Ultimate Havoc is crazy. I think they actually nerfed the Ultimate Havoc already, and it didn't really help. that needs another nerf, but maybe they'll nerf it on the next big rebalance. We should have another one coming up pretty soon. Bailey, are you talking about the old school Leo, like the original Leo robot, or are you talking about the new Leo, the LIO? I'm not sure which one you're referring to, but... the normal one. Alright, so honestly, I mean, for somebody who's just starting out, I would throw 3 Punisher T's on there until you can get something better, because they work and they're cheap to upgrade. On the heavy slot, I mean, you could throw a Thunder on there until you get something better, but I would probably build something in the workshop. I would probably build a Redeemer. Well, I don't know. I haven't played... Okay, here's the deal. Leo is a basic starter robot. Leo is a basic starter robot. And it's very slow, so these days I would probably want to have some weapons with a good 500 or 600 meter range on it. I'm trying to think, what would I want to throw on there for a heavy weapon if I were playing it right now? For a heavy, I would say the Hell weapons are really good, like the Hell and Scotties are great. Let me look through the workshop really quick. This will probably be the last question I'm going to answer here, because our stream time is over. Hold on a second. So when it comes to heavy weapons, and you want to build them in the workshop, what would be good on a Leo? You know, I almost want to say Prisma, but Prisma you have to stand way far back. So Hell would definitely be a good choice at the moment. I think at the moment that's going to be your best bet, is building like the Hell, Scotty, and Snare weapons. They got good range. They currently do a lot of damage. As long as they don't rebalance those again. As long as they don't rebalance those again, they're going to be pretty good for a while. I don't currently have a Discord invite. I don't even know how to find my Discord invite, honestly. I suck at Discord. I don't know how to use it very well. Like my Discord, somebody else built it for me and said, hey, we built you a Discord. Here it is. Here's your present. Right? So I don't really know how to do much of anything on the Discord. But I think somebody said the live stream has a link to the Discord. So there's probably a link in this video's or this live stream's description. A Discord PFP. What is a PFP? But there should be a link to my Discord in this video's description, I think. All right. Let me close that down. Oh, profile picture. That makes sense, I guess. If you're talking about my personal Discord, I've turned messaging off completely from everything because I can't deal with like 20 people sending me 500 messages a day and like another 300 people sending every message. You know, I can't go through hundreds of messages daily. But anyways, guys and girls, I just want to say thank you for coming to my live stream. Zen, what's up? Unfortunately, yeah, it's about over for the day, so I gotta get off here, do a few things, then start working on something for tomorrow's video. So I might start the part 2 of the big giveaway tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'm kind of planning on doing that because I think the original giveaway, all the winners are picked, so I have another 100 items to give out. I'm probably going to start that giveaway tomorrow is what I'm thinking. The next one's going to be the Piercer weapons. I got 100 of the Piercer weapons to give out, so I'm going to start that tomorrow, I do believe. Might as well. We got 20 days left on this update till the next one starts, so yep, 100 piercers. We'll be starting that tomorrow. I think I will do that tomorrow. All right, guys and gals, thank you so much for being here. You guys are awesome. Lightning out. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you on, what's today, Tuesday. We'll be back on Thursday and Saturday for some gameplay streams. All right, catch you guys later. Thanks again. Lightning out. Have a wonderful day. See you later.